Okay, I'm going to show you how to make a stencil. We're using something called heatfix paper, and heatfix paper has got one smooth side and the other side is slightly waxy. And if you iron this, so you iron it that side down, waxy side down onto the fabric, it will stick to the fabric, which is really good for stenciling because it won't move, but it's temporary. So when you're finished with your stencil, you can just peel it off. If you don't have any heat fix paper or freezer paper, you could use sticky back plastic. That works just as well. Okay, so I'm just going to draw a very simple letter P. And it's got an island in the middle there. Okay, and when you're cutting out, it helps to think about what areas you want to see painted. So obviously I want this P area to be printed, and then this, I'm going to keep that, the outside and the island in the middle, nice and complete. Okay, so I'm going to use a craft knife. I've got a cutting mat underneath, and I'm going to, people hurt themselves with cutting knives because they grip this so tightly, they end up cutting their knuckle there, or sometimes they're concentrated so much they might cut their finger back here. So be careful. You can use scissors if you've got scissors. That works just as well. But sometimes if you've got a very delicate small area, then a craft knife does work better. Okay, so that's my little island. I'm going to cut the big bit of the P out now. Okay, got a bit there. So what I'm going to go and do now, I'm going to iron my outside bit onto a piece of fabric. I'm going to, and it sometimes helps to iron the outside bit on first and then iron the island bit on afterwards. So hold on one second, I'll just do that. Sorry, I'm not good enough to clip the video. So I've ironed this on. It does help to check that all the edges are all ironed on, so none of the edges raise. And I'm going to use some fabric paint, and it's metallic fabric paint, but this will, when it's dry, you'll be able to iron it and it will set into the fabric and be wash-proof. Okay, I'm just going to use a sponge to stencil mine in, and you're just going to use the tip end bit of the sponge. And you don't want too much paint with this. Oh, let me put some paper underneath. I don't want to get my cutting board painty. And it helps to not put too much paint on. If the fabric gets too soggy, it will soak underneath the edge of the stencil. So it's always better not to put too much on, and then to build the colour up. You could as well use another colour and blend the other colour in from the top. That sometimes looks nice too. Make sure, give it a couple of seconds to dry, and you'll see, look, I've got a few lighter patches. Just want to go over those to get a nice intense colour. Okay. What you'll need to do is you'll need to leave this to dry a bit, because sometimes if you get painty fingers, that can you'll smudge the back of your work. But I'm just going to carefully take mine off just to show you. I'm going to pull. And then I'm going to just use the edge of this. So lift the edge of this off. Okay, and there you have it. One stenciled pea.